Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 5 and name of the chapter is data handling. Before going to start this chapter we all need to learn some basic terms. First one is data. Now what do you mean by data? Data is a collection of facts such as number of words, measurements, observations, etc. And data is collected Data is generally in unorganized form. Data is generally in unorganized form and this data is known as raw data. Now we have to organize this data. How can we organize? How can we handle this data known as data handling? How can we handle data to organize in such a manner that we can infer information in a meaningful way? In this way, we can define the term data handling. Next term is information. Information means when we organize data, then it is known as information. For example, such as if I have write 20, 30, 10, 40, 50, 30. If this data is given to you 20, 30, 10, 40, 50, 30, this is raw data. When I say these information is about this data is about marks of a student out of 50, then this data is useful for us. We can say a student gets 20 marks out of 50 and two students get 30 marks out of 50. One student get 10 marks out of 50 and one student get 40 marks out of 50. Now this data is known as information. Next term is frequency. Now what do you mean by frequency? Frequency gives the number of times a particular entry occurs. How many times a entry occurs is known as frequency. For example, in this data, here 30 occurs 2 times. That means 2 is the frequency of 30. Here 10 comes 1 time. So 1 is the frequency of the 10. Here 20 comes 1 time. So 1 is the frequency of 20 and so on. Frequency means it gives the number of times a particular entry occurs. Next term is frequency distribution. Frequency distribution table. Now we can define frequency distribution table in such a way that the tabular arrangement of data showing the frequency of each observation using tally marks is called frequency distribution. For counting, we use tally marks. The use of tally marks is a structured way of organizing information. That means tally marks is a structured way of organizing information. For counting, we use tally marks such as 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth tally mark is entered as diagonally. That cross first 4 tally marks. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth tally mark can be represented as diagonally that cross first 4 entries. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. In this way, we can use tally marks for counting information. Let us take an example for organizing data. How can we organize data by using tally marks? Suppose we make a survey of 20 families. Suppose we have to make a survey of 20 families of a locality and find out the number of children in each family. 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2 and 2. Suppose this data is given to you. You have collected this data by survey of the families. Now, we have to organize this data. Firstly, you have to arrange in ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 comes out 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 comes out 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 3 comes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. Now we can make a frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. First column, number of children in each family. Next, we count the number of children in family. We count by using tally marks. Third one is frequency, or you can say number of families. When we survey, we find out number of children can be 1, 2 and 3. 1 comes out 6 times. 1 comes out 6 times. So 6 is the frequency of the 1 children. And it can be represented by using tally marks in such a way that 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth tally mark can be represented as diagonally 6. Now 2 children finds out in 10 families. So 10 is the frequency of the 2 children, and 10 can be represented by using tally marks in such a way that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 3 children comes out in 4 families. So 4 is the frequency of the 3 children, and it can be represented by using tally marks in such a way that 1, 2, 3, 4. In this way, we can construct frequency distribution table, and we are organizing the data that are given to you. Let's come to next topic. Our next topic is grouping of data. Why do we need grouping of data? If you have to make frequency distribution table for each of the number, then it is too long. When we have to deal with large amount of data, then we can use grouping data. In this method, by using a single number instead of using single number, we make group of observations. Here we make group of observations. For example, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 30, 20 to 30 and so on. Here we make group of observations and obtain a frequency distribution table of the number of observations falling in each group. Here 0 to 10. Here 10 is not included in this group. 10 to 20. 10 is included in this group, but 20 is not included in this group. In this way, we can construct frequency distribution table and obtain a frequency of the number of observations falling in this group. For example, in this question, the number of members in 25 families of a village are given to you. These are 25 members. Using tally marks, you have to make a grouped frequency distribution table with class intervals 0 to 2, 2 to 4 and so on. You have to make a grouped frequency distribution table by using the intervals, by using the groups 0 to 2, 2 to 4 and so on. Here we make frequency distribution table in such a way that first we have to take class interval. In next column we have to take tally marks. In next column we have to take frequencies. We have to make class interval from 0 to 2. Now you have to check 0 to 2. In this class interval 0 is included but 2 is not included. That means 0 and 1. We don't have any family in which 0 or 1 member. So it is 0. It is blank. Frequency is 0. Next interval 2 to 4. That means 2 is included in this interval. 4 is not included. That means you have to search out 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means number of frequency of the class interval 2 to 4 is 6. And 6 can be represented as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next class interval is 4 to 6. Now you have to check 4 and 5. 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next frequency is also 6. 6 can be represented by using tally mark in such a way that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next class interval is 6 to 8. Now you have to check 6 and 7. In this class interval 8 is not included. So you have to check members 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 11. Now number of frequencies 11. 11 can be represented as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last frequency is 8 to 10. Now in 8 to 10 you have to consider 8 and 9. 1, 2. Its frequency is 2 and 2 can be represented as 1, 2. In this way, we can make frequency distribution table of grouped data. Here, the groups 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and so on are known as class intervals. These are known as class intervals. Here 0 is known as lower limit of the class interval and 10 is known as upper limit of the class interval. You have to remember in groups 0 to 10, that is first number. First number is the lower limit of the class interval. Next number is known as the upper limit of the class interval. In such a way that 20 to 30, here 20 is the lower limit of this class interval and 30 is the upper limit of the class interval. Suppose you have to calculate the class size. Now class size can be calculated by the difference. Class size can be calculated as upper limit of the class interval minus lower limit of the class interval. Here upper limit in this class interval is 30, lower limit is 20, so class size is 10. Class size of each group in question should be same. Then it is grouped data. For example, 0 to 10. Here upper limit is 10, lower limit is 0, 10 minus 0 is 10. Class size is also 10. So class size should be same for each class interval. Suppose you have to find out the class mark. Class mark is the mid value of the class interval. Class mark is the mid value, and mid value can be calculated as lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Suppose you have to calculate the class mark of the interval 10 to 20, then 1 by 2, 10 plus 20, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. It is 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 divided by 2 is 15. So 15 is the class mark of the class interval. I hope this topic is very clear to you. Thank you.